everyone. I just wanted to do a quick check-in. I haven't been making very many deity videos lately, and that's because I really wanted to spend some time and merge myself with a few deities who have reached out to me. And so when I fully immerse myself in that way, they seem to really redirect my life, and that has happened to a huge degree with the deities. Well, firstly, Lucifer, which I know it may sound scary to some people, but the name Lucifer is the Roman god of light. He's the god of knowledge, but he's connected with the morning star, the light bringer, and that star that they were talking about as the morning star is Venus. So he's supposed to represent the energy of the light at dawn from Venus, and that's bringing in light of knowledge. What I'm finding is Lucifer he's not just a Roman god. His name was used in the Bible to represent the anti of the Christian God, which all of this energy that people feel directed at him because of this association that came in the Bible, he's fine with that because it empowers him. If you say that word, Lucifer, you mention him to someone, there's an immediate feeling and reaction. There's basically no one on earth, unless, they speak a totally different language, different culture, never heard of Christianity, but there's basically no one who's just gonna have no feeling about it. There's always energy around that name now because of the Bible mention, and it empowers him, but really I feel like he is the opposite of Christianity in when you think about history. I'm really obsessed with history, and I read a lot of historical novels on what happened when Christianity took over Europe, and the loss of knowledge, the loss of medical care kind of devolved. It was to the point to where people didn't even know that you can get pregnant from on certain days of the month. Your basic healthcare was gone, and if people had this kind of knowledge, it was seen as witchcraft. And people who women who knew too much were going against the order of things. And the church didn't want that. They kept people in ignorance. They didn't want them to have science, which the Arabs and the Moors and the Africans had a lot of science. They had advanced hospitals and libraries, and the Christian nations, they lost a lot of it because it was seen as evil. It's just basic history. So that makes me think that the Christian God, with its energy influencing its followers, didn't want people to have knowledge. It wanted people in ignorance of their bodies, not to question things, just blindly follow. I mean, it was a jealous God. It smited people down, and it was, it liked sacrifice. It required animal sacrifice. It was satiated by the blood of its own son, which is really barbaric to me. That doesn't seem normal to me. That's not really something that I could get behind. But the energy of Lucifer is about knowledge, light. For me, he's been very healing. He's also helped me to get my financial situation much better. I made some pacts with him, and he follows through, like, to a degree that I can't even, like, believe. He's so powerful, but I think it's because he is the deity of the earth realm, and this is where he is the most powerful. So I actually plan to make a really, like, long video about him and, like, the things he's done for me and the ways that I think that he could help you if you have certain things going on that I've had going on. But I mean, he improved my health, like, so much, like, but he did it in a way, the only way that was able to get me to stop doing some things that were harmful to my health. Like, I needed, like, a health scare in order for me to, change my behaviors. And he's the one who did that. You get results with him, especially here on earth. Like, this is where you're going to get results. Your eyes are going to be opened. If you're going to make a pact with him, follow through. But he's going to follow through too. He wants us to have knowledge. He wants us to focus on ourselves. And he wants us to have enlightenment. Because through enlightenment and knowledge, that's where you find healing. Because if there are things that you don't know, say something you're doing is making you sick and you don't know what that is, or someone is harming you and you don't know, then you can never get better. So having the knowledge is so empowering and healing, because you have that knowledge, then you can act and make decisions for your best interest. And if some deity is not wanting you to know the truth and wanting you in ignorance and not even wanting you to have, like, basic scientific knowledge of things, wanting to entrap your mind and influence your decisions and keep you trapped, that's not a good deity to me. That's not something I would ever get behind. So the opposite of all that is Lucifer, and he will open your eyes and improve things in a way that it's just amazing to me. So he changed my life, changed my living situation, my finances, my health, transformed me, and he changed my thinking. The God of light, he's in Greek mythology, it seems that he's not so much a deity that had, like, temples, from what I've read, in the way that, like, Venus did. But, just association with the light and healing, he's kind of a bit like Apollo in that way, because Apollo is, like, light and healing. But there is an aspect, he's not just, like, a Roman god, from what I'm picking up. There is that, like, Christianity thing, because he is he's very physical and about the earth realm, and he is not about service to others and self-sacrifice. He is actually the opposite of that. Like, you can service yourself and focus on yourself, and sometimes that's exactly what we need to do. That's Luciferian to me, is to focus on yourself above all others. Like, I spent a lot of my life and career healing other people and giving all of my time and energy to that. And that's not the only way. And that's not the only good thing. But it's good to help people when you know that your energy is being put to good use and the person's appreciating it and you're benefiting from it too. You're being properly compensated, appreciated. It's benefiting you. But just to, like, serve, just to sacrifice your energy to something or someone, and especially if it's someone who cannot appreciate it, who doesn't understand what they're getting, like the full value of you. If it's harming you, then that's harm. Those things are harmful. So his message is just not to do. Don't engage in that, because you're not going to survive that way. Yeah, I just wanted to talk a bit about that. Oh, and also Venus. He was first and came and kind of like merged with me, and then Venus came to me too in a dream, and I'm really connecting with her and I'm focusing more on her. And she's also an energy of like, take care of yourself, self-care. But I just adore her. So some people are into like occultism and magic and witchcraft and spirituality because they want to learn to elevate themselves and elevate their consciousness and to become manifestors and to shape their reality for the better. And that's definitely part of it. But right now I'm in a stage with Venus where I'm just in awe of her and I just want to like appreciate her beauty and just love her. So it's just like devotion right now. Like I just love her, and I made her an altar, which I can maybe post later. And I do want to embody her. She also wants us to focus on ourselves and be beautiful and be a representation of beauty in her in your own way, in the ways that you were gifted beauty, and that's going to be different for everyone. Yeah, I'm just grateful for her, and I may make more videos about her later as I kind of merge my path with hers, because she's the one I'm gonna, her and Lucifer, I'm gonna focus on them for the foreseeable future. I'm kind of in a stage where I'm wanting to leave behind Ekankar, the religion I was born in, because I just want to serve myself and to serve the world in a way that also benefits me, and to take control, take my power back, and just be beautiful and healing. I think healing other people, the right people, is beautiful, and it's really it's a sensuous experience for me. Like it's gratifying, it's rich, it's delicious. I like it. So for certain people, so you know, I still do my healing work and helping people, but I'm also feeding myself and giving to myself and taking care of myself more, and just loving these these beings of light. And I love to talk more about Venus because I have like done soul travel or like out of body movement to the planet Venus, and I would love to talk about that sometime. And yeah, and just share more of what I learned. So anyway, that's my little story, or me sharing about them, and I will be making more videos soon. Bye.